All right. We're not going to do too much. Get right into it. Rancho Cucamonga's market report. I want to talk about the market report, talk a little bit about who's buying in Rancho, what kind of buyer you need to be to purchase in Rancho right now. Obviously, there's no one size fits all, but we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk a little bit about whether you should wait to purchase or if you should buy right now in Rancho. So let's get straight into it. Let's get right into the market report. First things first, we're going to look at the days on market. So compared to previous years, you guys know that we're in a seller's market. But compared to previous years, our sales, we're looking at 7 days on the market, average. Compared to 2018, 17, 2019, we had 25 days on the market on average. 2020, 13 days on market. And 2021, 7 days. So it's still a hot market. I want to start off by qualifying this information that I'm giving you guys. We're talking about single family residences. We're talking about condominiums, and we're talking about townhomes. This data is grouped all together. So if you've seen some of my previous market report videos, you would know that some of those videos I was specifically talking about single family homes. So this is kind of grouped. So the numbers are going to be different from a previous video. All right. So with that being said, if you're looking to sell your home, if you price it well, if your home is in a desirable location in Rancho Cucamonga, it's going to sell pretty quick. It's not going to be on the market for too long. Also, what you have to consider is the condition of your home. If your home is in good condition, people want, especially right now, we're in September 15th. People want a home that they can move into right away. Why? Because they got kids. Those kids need to move in, get settled, and get them ready for school as soon as possible. So consider that if you're thinking about selling your home right now in Rancho. Let's look at original price versus sold price. Same data, same criteria. We can look at charts. Let's look at the chart. I like charts. So immediately looking at the chart, green is the original price median and blue is the sales price median. And trending going back to October 2020, about a year back, you can see that your months between, let's say November, actually let's just say January, February, March, April, you see an increase in the sales median price. It starts to trend down after May, June, July, and we're way down between listed price and the median price. I tell you right now, that's a market correction. Well, a couple things. One, the number of buyers on the market looking to purchase in September versus these other months drops off. Why? Because kids are going back to school, and parents have to focus on that, getting the kids ready. You'll see that you get your all-time sales in the summertime, usually because people have time to look. More time, people are on vacation, people are looking to get settled before the school year. So let's look at number of active listings in the last 6 months. And again, we're looking at this data just to figure out what the trends are, what's happening in Rancho, so you guys can make a determination or kind of get an idea of the market to see where we're at. And within the last 6 months, I want you guys to keep this in mind. September is not over yet. So we're only halfway through September. But the number of active listings so far in September, we're sitting right just above 200. Looks like we're right at 218, which currently is down from the 233 we were at in August, and the 262 we were at in July. Within the last 6 months, our highest month was April at 267. So you can anticipate that the number of active listings will go up for the month of September as September finishes it out. Maybe we'll do another market report at the beginning of next month just to kind of compare. But that's what we're looking at. And again, this is data from the past 6 months. So the average sales prices in Rancho Cucamonga, this is averaging condos, townhouses, and single family residences, okay, on average. So we can see the average sales price going from October of last year to now September. We've changed quite a bit. We're talking about roughly $56,000 on the average, on the difference. We got to a all-time high for the year so far. It looks like our all-time high month average sales price was August with an average of $741,000. It's a lot. It's a lot for anywhere. I want to change the search up a little bit. We're going to take the townhouses out of the equation, and we're going to take the single families out of the equation. And we're going to go back to our search because I want to get a more accurate picture on the single family homes. So we're looking at sales price average, and let's see how that changes for single family homes. The average, we're now looking at, let's go to the data. Average changes considerably for a single family home, going from $665,131 back in October, of last year, which was the lowest average in the past year, to now September, $730,000, with August being the highest for single family homes at $845,000. All right, so that's what you're looking at on average for your purchases. Just keep in mind, of course, you can definitely get something at a lower price point. This is the average. We're calculating the highest price points and the lowest price points to arrive at the average sold price. But this is what you can expect. Let's look at the number of sales. The number of sales trending from a year ago today until today. We're looking at 146 back in October, and so far in August, 131. So we had a couple low months in February, November of last year. There were some low months, but and as of September currently right now, we're only at 44. So what does that tell me? That tells me that, number one, we're only halfway through the month. We haven't made it through the rest of the month yet. So I wouldn't get too excited about that. But I would anticipate it to at least double. But being halfway through the month, I would expect that we would be at least in the 50s, 60s, so we could be at least on par with last month. But it looks like we're trending down on the number of sold homes. So if you're thinking about buying a home, maybe if you're strategizing, October might be a good month. But remember that the number of listings are also going down too. So the number of sold homes are going down, but the number of listings are going down. Now, is that balanced? We'll have to see next month. But I say that it's still very much a seller's market. All right, let's talk about who's buying in this market. Well, currently still the strongest buyers are the ones that are buying. So typically that's someone that has a strong financial position in this particular market. And a lot of sellers are buyers. So that's who's buying. A lot of sellers are buyers. Why is that? Because they're getting the most value for their homes that they've been in for the last 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. They're able to upgrade their homes to newer homes, to bigger homes, to nicer homes, to more newer, modern homes, to homes that accommodate their families currently, to homes that are in better neighborhoods, that are in better school districts for their kids. And they're taking advantage of that right now with the additional equity that they have in their homes and the sales. And, you know, I have to say, it's a smart thing to do. That's who's buying. And effectively, that's who's selling, right? The people that are selling are people that are looking to get into better position for their future. So if you're looking to get into a better position for your future, there's no better time to sell your home, which in returns, there's no better time for you to purchase, because you're taking your equity and you're transferring it to another home for, it might be slightly more value, but a lot of you guys are probably now have smaller mortgages compared to your mortgages that you had before. Why? Because interest rates are lower than they were a year and a half ago. Interest rates are lower, and you're able to, maybe your mortgage might be a little bit higher, but your payments are lower. In some situations, your mortgages are way down and your payments are way down. Why? Because guess what? You've taken your equity and you've paid down 20% on your current mortgage. So that means no PMI insurance. I can tell you right now that some of you guys that are selling homes and buying homes, you had PMI insurance on your mortgage previously. With all the additional equity and the fact that you could put 20% down on a home, you're walking into a mortgage with basically owing less than you did before. On top of that, you have a lower interest rate. So that's who's buying and that's who's selling right now in this market. Now you have those outliers, obviously, those high income earners that are still out there purchasing, folks that have been saving for some time. But in order to be competitive in this particular market, still to this day, you have to be willing to walk in probably with a good 15 to 20% down. Now, does that mean that you cannot get a house sold if you don't have 20% down? No. You can get a house and purchase a house with 10%, 15% down, but it's going to take some cash to make that happen, potentially, right? It's going to take some cash to make that happen, even at 10%. It's going to take some money to make that happen. So that's what it is. Remember, planning your next move is easy with the right people in your corner. I'm not going to let this one take too much longer because I don't want to take up you guys' time. So hopefully this market report helps you guys determine what is next for you and your families. If you guys have any questions, I got some listing information down below in the video. So if you want to check out some of Rancho Cucamonga's listings, click on the link down below. Until next video, peace, guys.